my home. I'm Holli Shippers, and right to my right,
I'm Sara Christopherson.
we've been asked several times to continue on with our little cooking things that we do. So we're gonna do one at my home because I need a kitchen for this. And today's gonna be a little different. We're gonna do dog food, how to make your own dog food. Now, I'm not a professional vet or dietitian, but I did a lot of studying on this, and Gladys is 13. Her enzymes in her gut were way off. Her white was all orange and brown. It was just a nightmare. Reuben was losing his hair so much for the entire year. It wasn't just because of seasonal thing.
Yeah,
I studied and checked in on this for a few months, and that's what we're gonna make today. We're gonna make our own dog food. Gladys is all white now. Reuben doesn't lose his, well, we lost our star. Reuben doesn't lose all his hair anymore, except for when he's supposed to.
Of course, if your dog has any issues or specific needs, consult your vet. I spent many years working at veterinary clinics, and they all often have recipes that are good for different dietary needs.
So what we're going to be adding to their diet is going to be vitamins A, B, C, K. I think there was an E in there. We're going to be adding proteins, fiber, amino acids, iron, and probably a couple other things that I haven't mentioned, but again, really good for their gut. Okay, we are going to put in the rice. How much you make depends on the size of your dog or dogs. Reuben's 95 pounds, Gladys is 45 pounds. This is enough for 3 days of meals for them. So I start with 4 cups of rice. And we're gonna start Sara on hamburger. So when you're cooking your meat, you wanna gently cook it. Gently cooking means you're not cooking it really hot and hard. You're cooking it enough to have it cooked through and the bad bacteria is killed in it. So we are gonna turn this on to a medium heat so that we're not overdoing it. So this is something I learned when I was a little kid. Measuring the water. I was always told the middle knuckle, and you can make perfect rice. There's my middle knuckle. I'm gonna add a splash more. So we're gonna put that on a high heat. We're gonna let that get to a heavy boil. See, we brought the rice to a boil, and it's just getting to the surface. This is where I take it off the high heat until I move it to a lower simmer to finish off with a lid. Over here you can see the gently cooked ground beef.
The meat is mostly browned, a touch of red in it, but there is going to be more cooking in the process.
Yes. So you can do this with freshly grown vegetables, or because some of this is warm weather and some is cool weather, you can or freeze it to use ahead of time. Let's do 12 ounces of frozen peas. Yeah, 12 ounces. Okay, and then we're gonna do 12 ounces of green beans.
I'll just Vanna.
You can Vanna. Then we're gonna do 12 ounces of sweet potato. And we're gonna do 6 ounces of carrots. And to that we're gonna add the pound of gently cooked ground beef. Oh, I need the spatula. And this is still warm from cooking, so that's gonna help the veggies melt. So we've got the rice is finished. Again, it's 4 cups that I put in before cooking it. And that just goes on top of everything.
Oh, Reuben's getting up.
Reuben's getting up. He says, "You're making sure you do that right, Mom." Let's make sure you do it right. All right. Scrape it all out. Each mouthful makes a difference. All right. Now we're gonna mix it in.
Muscle that.
That's gonna take a while, so we'll just start mixing. And he's checking it out, making sure I'm doing it right.
What do you think, Reuben? Is this feeling good?
So I got it nice and mixed in. You want to make sure you don't have big chunks of just rice in there. You want it all well mixed. So now I'm going to put 3 heaping tablespoons of ground flaxseed, one at a time. Otherwise, it'll all just be in one spot. You don't want that. You want it dispersed all the way through. Now, you can use broccoli too. You're not committed to necessarily ingredients, but I would make sure you get the right vitamins in there that I mentioned earlier on. So I'm going to put a second spoonful in. The flaxseed is healthy for the animals as well as people. I use it all the time. I put it in my cereal or my yogurt. Just really good for you. Put the final one in. Are you sure that's enough? Yeah? You want dinner? You want your dinner? So Gladys does not eat quite as much as Reuben because she's a smaller dog. And the first batch I always give them a little more than they probably should have because I spoil them. So just spoon it all in. So again, depending on the size of your dog, and I had to experiment with what was the appropriate amount for my dogs. Just kind of keep an eye on things. Now to that I add Costaquin. Helps with their joints, gives them magnesium, very important. And fish oil. Omega-3s, very important. Now I add beef broth. I used to do chicken. You can do other than beef for the meat in this. You can do chicken or turkey. If you do pork, only occasionally, not on a weekly basis. But we have to do hamburger because Gladys has a sensitive stomach and she's allergic to poultry.
You can also do boiled eggs for a lot of dogs.
Yes.
As a protein.
They get eggs as a treat. So what I do is, this is their dinner. So they get the low sodium beef broth. High sodium is too much salt, but they do need some sodium. So we put in some low sodium, and I'm not a measurer, I'm an eyeballer. And there's his. And she gets a little, all right. Who wants dinner?
Are we ready? I think Reuben's ready.
And again, Reuben is 11 and Gladys is 13, and they are so energetic. They are so soft now. She is white, not brown and orange. He's not dropping his hair everywhere. They are so, so very happy. In the morning, they get a cup of this rice mix with pumpkin. And in the evening, before bed, they get another cup with pumpkin. And this is their dinner time right now with the beef and the Costaquin and fish oil.
And it certainly wouldn't hurt to mix it up with seasonal veggies and change up their diet and what exactly they're getting in their nutrients and minerals as the seasons go by.
And if you grow your own vegetables and you can or freeze them and you find that you've run out, good organic frozen vegetables from the grocery store work just fine too. So you want to store this in the refrigerator in an airtight container. Like I said, this amount lasts them for 3 days.
Of course, if you have a smaller dog, you're going to get a little bit more time out of it.
Or make less. It's up to you on how you want to do it. So I'm going to get this sealed up. Oh, extra. That's what dogs are for. They're vacuums.
Yep.
So I'm going to put this in the fridge. Get the last little bits out. Can't waste those veggies. Off to fridge.